Good morning, everybody, and this is your Bitcoin review for this morning. So, for all intents and purposes, we are still range bound, heading toward the bottom area, end of the range, and just hovering around here, which is never a good sign. Oscillators all over the place. There's nothing really to read into this at the moment on the daily. I think the key thing here is watching this 3100 and pretty much 30,000. So we break and close below 30,000. You can expect a pretty big move to the downside, and that is based on this big head and shoulders here. So we had a head and shoulders at the top. Measured move has been met for that head and shoulders, and now that has just basically formed a much bigger head and shoulders. So if you look at the 4 hour as well, we did get this pin bar, which is a fairly interesting bar, but look at the oscillators now crossing over far apart, and whenever that happens below the trend line, below the moving averages, then we have another potential to the downside. So ultimately, this is what needs to hold, 31,048. That's the exact level that needs to hold. If we can stay above it, it's going to form a higher low and then start bouncing. 4 hour is the chart to watch at the moment. I wouldn't get too involved with anything lower, and pay attention to the 4 hour charts. You can have a look at it like 3 or 4 times during the day, and that will give you an indication of whether we are moving back to the upside or down. And it's quite easy to watch on your phone as well. Just draw the lines in. There's your first trend line. So in other words, this area here, 34,800, is where you need a 4 hour close above. 4 hour close above 34,800, that then opens up the level. Opens up your opportunity to 38,170 area, and then ultimately top of range at 41,000. So yeah, 4 hour, 3 hour is what I would advise you to look at. If you look at the hour, we're still in a downward trend. However, so the oscillators are moving to the downside, looking for some support. So look to the left, this is a fairly interesting area. There are buyers and sellers sitting here at 32,600. So that is looking very interesting. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what transpires. Yesterday was a nothing day on most of the indexes as well, and that's pretty much what transpired on Bitcoin. Nothing really happened. Big up and then sideways. So that's pretty much what happened on most indexes. So yeah, I think just pay attention to the 4 hour. Don't get too stuck in with the noise. There's lots of noise that'll be around as people try to use clickbait, specifically in YouTube. Market crash and all sorts of nonsense. Ignore that noise and just watch the charts. Pay attention to the 4 hour. It's going to tell you exactly when you are in for a move one way or the other. At the moment, you've got high, higher, high, low. You're waiting for a new low. And I'm just looking for factuals to indicate what that low is. If it's a higher low, then you're looking for a break above structure, close stop, and potentially move to the upside. But we are range bound, and I think that's pretty much what it is. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.